We on that countdown. Happy New Year's, Jackal Davis. Salute. Salute. 5 minutes to that ball drop on this side. 5 minutes to that ball drop on this side. Figure I'd get here a little early and kick this thing off the right way. I'm gonna kick this thing off the right way. Bringing the New Year's right. We had a good year with the Two Hands Up show. Let's wait to see if some more people gonna jump in, man. Let's get this New Year's kicked off right, man. Oh shit, nah, don't have my chat. Lisa Bell, salute. Happy New Year's to you and yours as well. We made it in that we almost said when I started the Two Hands Up show. Started the Two Hands Up show in February, so it would be officially a year that I've been doing the Two Hands Up show in February. But yeah, man, Happy New Year. Mr. Goddess, salute, man. Hell of a year in boxing, man. Hell of a year in boxing. SSB 28, salute. Salute. It's been a fucking amazing year of fucking boxing. Amazing year of boxing, man. Got a lot of shit to be thankful for, man. We almost 2K in under a year, man. Shit getting real. Two Hands Up show gonna be making a lot of changes in 2020. I can't wait. Can't wait. We're gonna pick up the work rate. We're gonna pick up the work rate going into this year too. I was gonna drop another video today, but I got so fucking frustrated with editing today. I just shut that whole shit down for real. My fight of the year, if it come down to like popular opinion, I would have to say Nonito Donaire versus Naoya Inoue would be my popular pick, but my fight of the year would be Gabriel Rosado versus Shalecki. That would be my fight of the year. That shit, if y'all ain't watched that fight, that's the fight you need to go back on the zone and watch. Shalecki versus Rosado. That shit was fire. Dr. White, man, Happy New Year. Salute, man. Martin Machine, what's good? Fah, fah. Salute, Happy New Year, man. Davey, salute. Happy New Year. Happy effing New Year to all, man. Justin, Happy New Year, my brother. Salute. Salute, man. Salute. Yeah, man. That was it was a great fight, man. I just watched Donaire versus Inoue on the DAZN Rewind just 2 nights ago again, man. I just watched that joint again, man. Amazing fight, man. It was an amazing fight. Like I was very impressed with that fight. I don't know why people got this thing where they like, yo, if you 40, that just automatically means you just gonna roll over and die in the ring. Well, clearly we have learned with Nonito Donaire, it don't go down like that. Clearly we have learned with Manny Pacquiao, it doesn't go down like that. Clearly we have learned with John Pascal, it does not go down like that. Shit, you could try to take the fight out of the dog, but you can't take the dog out the fight. Oh yeah, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, ball about to drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Man, Happy New Year's for everybody that brought in the Two Hands Up show with the boy, man. Fah, fah. You know what it is, man. Happy fucking New Year. Happy New Year's. Yeah, man. It's been a great year for fucking boxing, man. They popping off mad fireworks. They popping off mad fireworks out front, out front of my crib and shit right now. So real. Happy New Year's, everybody. Hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody doing what they supposed to do. If you're partying, hope you got a designated Dave or a designated driver and all of that good shit. Yeah, man. Happy New Year, man. I didn't even know if I was gonna make it to 12 o'clock. I thought I was gonna be asleep, but we did it. We did it. Oh, it was 5 years. It was 5 hours ago for you. Salute. What part of the world you on? Man, salute, man. Happy New Year, man. From US to the UK, man. It's a beautiful fucking thing, man. I'm glad all of y'all made it another year. Safe, sound. Everybody in good health, man. Fucking amazing. Oh, from the UK, that's what's up. That's what's up. So shit, y'all 5 hours. Y'all 5 hours different from us. Oh yeah, and some more news. I will be doing these lives at this time every night from now on. So I'll be doing a live at midnight my time every night from now on. So if y'all want to lock in with me on the live stream, this the time to catch me. So I'll be doing these shits every night at this time. I just figure it's the best time fucking to do it for me. Man, Happy New Year's, man. God Canada in the building. You know what it is, man. Know what it is, man. I'm glad everybody having a great New Year, man. Shit, man. We got some great things to expect from boxing this year. We going into February with Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. That's gonna be great. I can't wait for that shit. Yeah, man. Another live to look forward to. Yeah, because we kicking this shit off again tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, and the next day. All the way until we get right back to this point again in 2021, bringing this shit back in again. Oh my God, they got them fireworks going crazy outside my house right now. Glad everybody enjoying themselves, man. That's what it's all about. Yeah, we got AJ fighting in May. Who is he going to do? Is he fighting Pulev though? He fighting Pulev, right? Unrivaled boxing talk, man. Salute, man. Salute from Ireland to the U.S., man. Respect. Happy New Year's to you, brother. Oh, word. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm glad. I'm glad, cause man, I don't do nothing on New Year's, man. I don't go out and nothing like that. Too many traps on the road. Too many cops out there and all of that shit. I ain't with the club stuff no more. I ain't really. That's not really my type cup of tea no more. If I want to get together and party, I just call people and have them come over to my house. I got plenty of motherfucking space for everybody to turn up. I ain't gonna be out on that highway risking getting in trouble and all of that. Too old for that shit. It's fucking stupid. Band-Aid, Perilous, I'm glad you here. Happy New Year's, bro. Salute. Yeah, definitely. I think what the plan is, I think the plan is to just go ahead and relinquish the WBO thing, considering that would be the safest move. Go ahead and relinquish the WBO and shit. If they gonna have fucking Chisora and Usyk or somebody fight for that, because shit, you can get that right back. Keep that thing in house. Go ahead and beat Pulev up real quick, knock him out, and keep that IBF in the stable, and just get right back on the road to undisputed as we wait for the smoke to clear with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, since we should have a little clarity there, even though I'm sure they're going to have clauses all across the board. So, yeah, man, hurry up, knock Pulev out, get him out the way, get that mandatory out the way, because we already know if the IBF come calling, you already know they want to take their shit. But it's just surprising me considering how that the WBO and the IBF ain't giving, considering he can only fight one mandatory at the time, and he's willing to do both of them. So I don't even see why they try and be so hard on AJ anyway, unless they got their own little personal agendas involved, and that wouldn't surprise me no way. So, yeah, what's up, Frank Warren saying he should drop his belts and he'll retire fighting after Pulev. Man, Frank Warren's just talking out the side of his damn neck. Like, I seen the video or whatever, but I didn't necessarily watch Frog Guys, man. I just wasn't in the mood for it. I was like, we bring it in the new year. I ain't had no time for none of fucking Frank Warren negative energy, but I figured I was going to hear about it anyway. Old Fish Eyes, man, he on the prowl, because you know he trying to give. I'm sure Daniel Dubois got his foot on his neck for wanting fucking bigger fights, man. And honestly, for real, he should be trying to make a juggernaut Joe Joyce for and versus Daniel Dubois fight. Then worry about stepping him up to world level. Because I need to see him against a juggernaut Joe Joyce, somebody on that level real quick. Even though I love the kid, I think the kid's a stud, but I just think he really need to work on. He need to get some more rounds in, man. I like to see him go 12 because I don't know about the boy Wim too much for real. Because it looked like when he was throwing all of them heavy bombs at Fujimoto in that first round, he looked like he was kind of winded after the first one. Man, Tim W, salute my brother, man. Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. Frank Warren just mad because he has one world champion left, and that's a fact. I couldn't have said it any better myself. I couldn't have said it any better myself. It's like, man, in the world of pugilism, it's like, really, what has Frank Warren got really going on for himself, other than having one champion in Josh Warrington and having two stud prospects and Joe Joyce and Triple D. But you know, Triple D got more of the world beaten upside for real. What do you think of Tank Davis and Crawford? Honestly, that's probably been one of the things that's been pissing me off most in the boxing world because I'm just like, man, these young dudes don't have no respect for the great. My personal opinion, Tank Davis, like, um, Bud Crawford is more like Tank Davis, OG. He's somebody who's paved the way in the game, undisputed fighter, 140 going up to 147, still making his bones. And I mean, like the way I look at it, he the best. He could arguably number one, number two pound for pound fighter in the world, number one on my board. But you know what I mean? I think Tank Davis is crazy for kind of talking the way he talking, considering all of the things that Bud Crawford has done and all of the things that he's yet to do. And for the fact that he would even come out his mouth and had a nerve to say that Gamboa said that Tank Davis was a better fighter than Bud Crawford, he's got to be lying about something like that. And I know he got a lot of pressure on himself because the world looking at him like food right now. He came out there, he gave a lackluster performance, and to be perfectly honest, like, I mean, if I was anybody at if I was anybody at 135, shit, I would be. He definitely looked like food. Like you was gassed after the fifth round, bro. One of the guys supposed to be the most chinniest brothers in boxing. You hit him with all the hottest shit in the world and you couldn't drop him. So don't be mad that everybody's saying stay away from Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Honestly, they trying to help you by saying, hey, buddy, stop blowing up in between when you have fights. Take your craft more serious. And then, you know, maybe people wouldn't be looking at you like the food you are right now. Because honestly, you got Ryan Garcia and everybody coming at you. I feel he's one of the most least threatening at 135 right now. If you thinking of it in the sense of him, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and Lomachenko, like he even got Ryan Garcia wanting all the smoke. So Tank Davis just need to calm down, focus on his career, fucking do the right thing, man. Take take being in the gym more serious, leave the party and shit alone, and get back to doing what he do because the kid does have a lot of upside, but he's just not taking his craft serious. So I just think it's crazy for him to go with Bud Crawford. Honestly, it's absolutely ludicrous for him to be going at somebody like Bud Crawford. To be 100% honest, Katie Jenner says, "How do you like Black in my? How do I like Black in my house?" I was just outside smoking one, as a matter of fact. So, I mean, Black and Miles is cool with me. Shout out to Louis Fragment Boulder. Respect. Remember a while ago, Tank said he moved up to 140 after Gamboa to KO Taylor. Oh my God, bro. Like, dude, when he said what he said about Josh Taylor, I thought he had to be drunk or something like that, saying he would go up to 140 and stop Taylor. Because for one, Josh Taylor is too fucking big, he's too fucking fast, and he's too much of a fucking game opponent. And he would destroy you for real. Josh Taylor would knock that boy out inside 6 rounds, man. He's stupid for saying some shit like that. It's all to garner attention, man. Like he need attention. And the fact that this man said, "Oh, I'm gonna do a video tomorrow and I'm gonna put that info out too." Tank was on Twitter and he said something about how he was the cash cow with 135 or whatever, and everybody, everybody's trying to get a fight with him. Well, Boone was on Twitter, and Boone said, well, you ain't the cash cab with 135 because he was talking about how he sold out 14,150 something seats or whatever. Well, we all know that Lomachenko and Luke Campbell just did 21,000, so he was full of shit on that note. Boone called him out on it, and he straight deleted the tweet. But Boone kept the receipts. I got the information in my phone and shit, so I'm gonna put that shit out. That one guy salute. Dillian White versus Andy Ruiz, hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. I would love to see that fight. And if they really pushing for making that fight, I keep hearing rumblings about it. But if that fight is really going to be made, that's something that I would love to see. I think Floyd controls Tank Twitter. Tank doesn't really talk that disrespectful in real life. Bro, I got the behind the scenes footage on Fight Hype. He was definitely talking that disrespectful in real life. I promise you. Like I said, I'll be editing the video and putting that shit out. I'll get on that shit bright and early just so y'all can see that shit. PD, salute. Happy New Year to you too, my brother. Josh Taylor is all the way a savage, man. He's all the way a savage. See, my thing was I never took nothing away from Josh Taylor. It was just him fighting Regis Prograis. I thought Regis Prograis had more. I thought Regis Prograis had more. Had more power out of the two. I thought both of them was on equal footing as far as skill. But I thought Regis Prograis was going to get a lot more respect out of him with his power. But shit, was I wrong considering that them motherfuckers just sat inside the pocket and banged on each other all night? Great fucking fight, man. It was definitely a push of fucking true grit and wills, man. It was like who had more. It was like who had more of that fucking that tough guy gene than the other, really. Like and Josh Taylor and beat neither one of them back down. Neither one of them gave up an inch. They both kept equal footing and met each other in the center of the ring, and they boxed each other's fucking heads off. Amazing fucking fight. That's something I'm probably gonna watch again after I get off live again. Actually, that was an amazing fight for real. Honestly, shit, that could be considered fight of the year for real. Just the way when you really get to acknowledge a number one and number two really going at it and get to see the best fighting the fucking best and not watching one guy give up an inch of fucking ground and really like any of those rounds could have been swing rounds for real. You could have gave a lot of those rounds to either side, man. But Josh Taylor is a phenomenal fighter, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do against him and Jose Ramirez in 2020. But the Jose Ramirez, I know in his style, man, he can't beat Josh Taylor because Josh Taylor isn't going to give him what Maurice Hooker gave him. And if Maurice Hooker would have chose to stay rangy and box Jose Ramirez more, Maurice Hooker would have beat him that night. But we saw what happened. Dalen Pulley, salute. Watch Tank first fight in 2020 be against Rancis Bartholomew. They got Robert Easter fought. They might be. Or his first fight. Well, I don't know. Robert Easter and Tank, they all in that little Adrian Broner club, man. They kind of like, they all act like they all friends and shit. Turn up buddies. Absolutely stupid. Because if we know anything, boxing is the one sport where you're really not friends. So if you ain't come up in the fucking, if you ain't come up in the gyms together, man, for real, I ain't trying to be hanging out with you like that. Honestly, I think everybody should have that Giannis Akasempo, that Mamba mentality, kind of like, fuck, if you a fucking, I ain't trying to hang out with other guys that's in my craft. And I don't want to be buddies with the other top guys in my craft because I want to smash on the other top guys in my craft. So I ain't trying to be cool with you. We ain't here to be friends. I can respect you, but at the end of the day, we going to have to knock each other fucking heads off one day. And especially if we at the same fucking weight. Hell no, I don't want to be friends. Dude, that Rancis Bartholomew fucking Robert Easter match was an absolute disgrace, bro. That was an absolute disgrace. Man, they should have threw in a fucking towel for the for the lack of inactivity, for the lack of showmanship. But yeah, Lisa Bears, I just feel as though, fighters that are in the same craft, especially boxing, that's a one-on-one thing. Like, man, nah, it ain't even about being friends, man. We smashing on each other. So let's keep respect for one another. But I ain't going to be going to the clubs with you, going out with you, nothing like that, for real. Because honestly, I think a lot of that shit, you know what I mean? Some of those guys that do party like that and can go out and party on the weekend, and then can go put on, you know what I'm saying, they steel toe boots on Monday, hop back in the gym and do they fucking thing. Those guys, you know, it could be a little bit different for them. They could probably be partying with you, trying to get you off your game just so you slip in the division, and they could cherry pick you off, say, 6 to 9 months down the road. I don't see why not. Shit, if I was good, if I partied all the time, and you know, but I grinded my ass off and say had the work ethic of a Floyd Mayweather, I'd be damn. Hell yeah, come out with me, party with me, all of that shit, because I'm gonna fucking knock your fucking head off. You think we want to be friends again? And you want, hey, you gonna see Lisa Bales, you gonna see Javier Fortuna again, because he's about to go up against Devin Haney as soon as Devin Haney get that shoulder right, because he's supposed to be Devin Haney's mandatory. That was gonna be a really good fucking fight. Now that would be a great litmus test for Devin Haney. Now say if Devin Haney went in there and he stopped Javier Fortuna, he stopped Javier Fortuna like the way he stopped the boy at MGM Grand his last two fights ago, or the way he stopped Zabdulev. Shit, that's gonna say a lot. Then we really know how dominant Devin Haney is. Then you know we get Devin Haney, try to get Devin Haney it'd be hard to get him a unification with them guys on that top rank side, and with Lomachenko being a franchise, that's where like, and I want to know y'all opinion on that too, man. That's where it kind of messes it up for 135 with me, man, because it's like, yo, we know we know Teofimo Lopez is gonna fight Lomachenko, but technically, like, if it's not physically the WBA, if it ain't physically the WBA or the what is it? He got the WBA. What he got? The WBA. He got the WBA franchise WBC. Who got the WBO? Who got the WBO 135? Lomachenko, or is that vacant? Haney versus Tank. How would that play out? Man, Tank would just get outboxed all night. Because one thing, if you look at all Tank's fights, Tank don't shoot, throw, no jabs. Tank does not box. Tank goes out there and he throws power shots all night. So you want to know what Devin Haney would do all night? Devin Haney would dance. He would put on a boxing master class. We know Devin Haney is a student of the game. He puts that stick on people all night. He would shoot that jab out there, and he would unload them with convincing power shots off of counters. So, you know what I mean? It would be a lot of pull counters, a lot of jabbing or whatever. And as soon as he soften Tank up a little bit, he going to drop him. I see him dropping him towards like the 7th to 10th round. So if Loma got the WBO, so Loma got the WBO, the WBA, and the franchise WBC. So, and Devin Haney's the WBC champ. So when he meets Teofimo for the IBF, my whole thing is, it's like, bruh, you're not getting the WBC off of fucking Lomachenko. So if Devin Haney is the WBC champion, when you fight Lomachenko, how the fuck can you be undisputed? So what? You want to say if Lomachenko beat him, which Lomachenko should beat him, Lomachenko ain't go. So what? Lomachenko gonna be undisputed with this invisible franchise belt, running off with the IBF and all the rest of the belt. But Devin Haney holds the WBC. So technically, how can anybody be undisputed? You see how that fucks everything up? And I don't like that shit. I really don't like it. Carlos Rosado, salute to you, my bro, and happy fucking New Year. No, Tank has a baby WBA. Tank has a baby belt. Tank don't have the WBA. Lomachenko has the WBA Super. Tank got the WBA regular belt. He got the baby belt. Tim W., the fight of 2020 will be Deontay versus Tank and a fuck. Oh my God. Hey, like I said, put Deontay. It's funny as shit that you said that. Hey, put put Tank Davis and put Deontay Wilder on a panel like a goddamn, like Jeopardy or something like that, and give both of them niggas a Harry Potter book. No, give one of them a Lord of the Rings book, and give them one of them a Harry Potter book. Give them any J.K. Rowling's book. It'll be the funniest shit in the world. I'm still about the franchise belt and how to be undisputed. Yeah, like I'm all the way mind fucked about that shit. Like there's no way for any one of them individuals to become undisputed if Lomachenko isn't holding the full version of that belt. What the franchise champion is ability to be able to move any direction you want in weight classes and not being held back by mandatories. You're a champion of the WBC, but you're not a champion technically. I can't take that away from Lomachenko because Lomachenko is the world champion WBC guy. That's why he fought Luke Campbell. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is if you relinquish the WBC belt and you make Devin Haney the full belt holder of the WBC, and you're saying that he's a franchise belt owner. He's a WBC's champion, so he can float in between weight classes and make whatever fight that he wants to make. Then technically, he can't be a fucking undisputed champion because if he fights Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo beats him, what does Teofimo get out of the deal? I'll wait because I'm trying to figure out what does Teofimo get out of the deal besides a great moral victory. Because morally, because realistically, he's not getting that belt. So all he can get really is more victory. I don't see how I don't see how that shit make any sense to any fucking body. All that constable salute. I didn't get my notification, but I'm so happy I'm catching you on the live in 2020, man. God, Harlem in the building. That's what's up on my Harlem niggas side. Yo, you be surprised, man. A lot of the way I dress, a lot of the clothes I buy, a lot of the way I dress, a lot of the way I talk, and all of that shit is influenced by New York. Like a lot of that shit is influenced by New York. I always thought New York always was the flyest niggas. Tank really exposed himself in Gamboa. You're 1,000% correct, and I was just saying that he got 1,000% exposed against Gamboa. You got a guy who tore his fucking Achilles. That means he can't get any rotation. He can't springboard off the back foot whatsoever. So you basically hit this dude with the hottest shit possible all night. I mean, like literally throwing everything behind your punches, just like Tank do. All haymakers, no jabs, and you couldn't put him on the floor. I mean, you put him on the floor 3 times, but you couldn't stop him because we know they pulled that. We know they stopped that fight. That was a premature count. They stopped that fight in the 12th round just so they could say, so Tank wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So Tank could say he didn't go the distance with him, because he would have got washed in the public behind that shit. All right, man. Ashley Loma is the WBA super lightweight champ. That's correct. That's correct. That's why I keep telling motherfuckers. I'm like, man, Tank got a baby belt. So that's why it kind of pissed me off that they was parading around with Badu Jack and Tank Davis last night. I mean, the Badu Jack versus John Pascal and the Tank Davis versus Yuri Jokic Gamboa fight. It kind of pissed me off that they was parading them around like those world championship fights because we already know who the we already know who the world title holder at 175. That's Dmitry Bivol. And we already know who the world champion holder at 135 is. That's Vasily Lomachenko. That's why when I did that video of Tank Davis the other day about his performance, that's why I said, I'm like, bro, you holding a baby belt. We know who El Jefe at 135 is. We know the boss is Vasily Lomachenko. He runs that division. Who's my top 5 at 135? Obviously, number 1 would have to be Vasily Lomachenko. Number 2, right now, would have to say is Teofimo Lopez with what he just did to Robert Easter. Number 3 would have to be Devin Haney. Number 4. Number 4 would probably have to be. I don't know. I guess you can put Stank Davis at number 4. I ain't really thought about a number 5 though. Yeah, Tim W. The franchise belt is 1,000% fugazi shit. It's stupid as fuck, and it's fucking boxing all the way up because you can't have this fight. Man, this fight is going to be absolutely amazing. Like, and honestly, it's going to say a lot about. It's going to say a lot about really It's going to answer more questions about Teofimo Hart than anything. Like, can he stay poised and not get hypnotized by Lomachenko footwork? Because when it comes to Lomachenko, I think a lot of people, like, the way they try to plan for him, I think they be planning all wrong. I think when people deal with Lomachenko, they deal with him while he's in front of them. They don't plan for where he's trying to go, because you got to pay attention. Like, when you trying to set up a shot on Lomachenko and you want to land flush on him and hurt him, don't think of where the combination is going that's right in front of you. Think about, you got to be instinctive enough to understand which his tendencies of shifting left and shifting right when he shifts, when he transitions on you. So you got to be more prepared. If Lomachenko is going to throw three at you, and then he does that thing where he shifts, where he turns you and he turns left or right, you need to be prepared for when he's going to turn left or right and meet him where he's going and catch him with a hook when he's going that way. Easier said than done, but I think too many people try to fight the Lomachenko that's standing in front of you. You gotta try to build a fight with Lomachenko where he's going, not where he's at, because you're not gonna catch him while he's in front of you. You gotta plan steps ahead with Lomachenko. So let's see if Teofimo Lopez can do that. Lisa Bell. So if they move up and down in weight, they still a franchise champ 1,000%. Because like just like Lisa Bell, just like Canelo did when he moved up in weight to fight Sergey Kovalev, he still comes back down to 160, and he's still franchise champion at 160. So technically, he's still WBC franchise champion, regardless of Jamal Charlo having the belt. So Jamal Charlo can go out there and fight guys and have moral victories as a paper champion. But if Canelo comes back down to that division, basically Jamal's WBC title is pretty much obsolete. It's only real to the guys that's actually going to fight for that world title. But it's really obsolete if Canelo wants to come back to that weight. And then say if Canelo wants to come back to that weight and fight Jamal Charlo, then what is it then? Because franchise status can't go up. See how much of a mind fuck that is? Yeah, Prime Golden Gamboa would have hurt that boy. Carlos Rosado says more shine, more legacy doesn't mean much to boxing these days. Absolutely. I mean, to the PBC stable, to answer your question, legacy doesn't mean anything to those guys at all, because honestly, it's not even about skill set with that stable of fighters. They're more smoke and mirror fighters. They look good to the casual medium, but anybody that's really a real boxing fan or that boxes or knows what they're looking at knows that those guys lack a lot of skill. That anybody that you know is a seasoned fighter that's been in some decent wars, that they can come up and they can challenge those guys, and they're always going to make it a hard outing for them against anybody, because they're not about talent really. They'll fight bum ass fluff opponents all fucking year long, and be happy with the little bit of money they get than necessarily taking on tough challenges and pleasing the fans, because really they're not about pleasing the fans. Because if you look at it like this, if you take some guys who've never had $1 million before, $700,000, $500,000 before, and you can pay these guys steady $750,000 to $1 million for what they doing. So you still get to live good. You still get to drive fly-ass cars, because let's be serious here. You know what I mean? Anybody can get a Lamborghini, Ferrari, a Bentley, or anything like that for $250,000. Like, it ain't much. Or you can lease some shit and look good. If you were smart, you'd be leasing it. But basically what I'm saying is, if you can fight guys for that little bit of money and continue to do that over fighting bum-ass dudes over and over again, I think you would much rather do that than go get in there with, let's say an example for, let's say, a Tank Davis. Have Tank Davis fight an old ass Yuri Yokas Gamboa and then go in there and fight a Lomachenko, risk losing it all. That stock completely drops, and then you lost all of the investment you got in that individual. So I don't think they necessarily care about legacy, man. Arlette Constable, I think Lopez can beat Loma too. But we got to see what Teofimo Lopez is going to come in the ring that night, because Teofimo Lopez is big on the level of Luke Campbell. We already know that Loma, he's kind of had trouble with taller fighters. But my thing is, man, what Teofimo is going to come in the ring that night. And honestly, like I said, Loma done been in that deep water. Loma done had to, you know what I'm saying? Loma done had to sink or swim. And he done chose to tread water and survive the deep water. So, Lomachenko and the guy I'm going to give Tiafimo, I'm going to give Tiafimo the nod on until Tiafimo goes in there and beat him. Because if it came down to my money and it came down to my prediction, I'm always going to pick Lomachenko over who he across the ring with until they can prove me different and beating him. And that's not saying that I'm the biggest Loma stand in the world. I'm just talking in the sense of giving proper fighters who went out and did their thing compared to a fighter, that just got his first world title win. His respect. That man done went up and then snatched how many titles already? That man just going through weight classes and going through worlds, just snatching infinity stones like a motherfucker. I think the toughest fight for Lomachenko was Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney is the most studious of all of the fighters at 135. I think he's the one that has all of the tools now. His power might not translate in the form of like a Tiafimo's, but he's a precise puncher, and we already know that speed equates to power. Lomachenko is another person that can contest it too. Cause, but in my opinion, to beat Loma, you have to have at least equal footwork, or just for starters. Yeah, or it's not, or like the thing is, just not to get hypnotized by the footwork. Because the thing is, you don't gotta chase Lomachenko around the ring. You don't gotta let him dance on you and make you all dizzy and do all of that shit for real, for real. You just gotta have the poise, man. You just gotta have the fucking poise. Because what people don't understand is the Lomachenko plan wasn't something that was developed overnight by Papachenko. Papachenko had that plan in place since his son was born. Send him off to dancing school for a couple of years or whatever. Make sure he understands footwork. Have him do all of that river dance wild shit, all of that Ukrainian dance shit. Had him do that before. If he said if his son wanted to box, he needed to learn how to dance first. Because any great warrior, just like the samurai say, any great warrior knows how to dance. You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, his daddy made him take up dance, and now you can see it translating his footwork in the ring. And like I'm telling you, having the type of footwork that he has, it shows you why footwork is such a fucking problem. Because that motherfucker will have you so dizzy in the ring, you will throw up on yourself. This motherfucker SSB 28 is a fool. This nigga says someone needs to shut Leonard Ellaby's New Orleans Saint logo. No, hey, that joint do look like the what do they call that joint? The New Orleans Saint logo. What's the name of it? It's called like a, something Elise or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it. But yeah, that shit was funny. He is definitely all cat. I have to agree with you there. Facts. Exactly. Like, yeah, like Loma is like a master chess player, man. Like he's like he's like one of them dudes to where it's like he's downloading data so much so quick on you. Like you need to be able to you need to be able to do the same kind of thing. And if you can't download data like he can and adjust on the fly the way he can, because the thing is, it's not about what your first game plan is with Lomachenko. It ain't about what your second game plan is. It's what your plan C, what your plan D is. You know what I'm saying? You're playing E, you're playing F. You need to have multiple. And ultimately it boils down to, do you got the heart? Do you got the heart, and do you got the mental capabilities to be able to not get frustrated, to be able to stand what this motherfucker is going to bring to you in 12 rounds? Because he's going to drag you into deep water. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. If you're going in there thinking you just going to knock him out, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You're not being realistic. Smack yourself in the face, douse yourself with some fucking fresh cold water, and really thinking about what you're thinking about here. You thinking about going out here, going out and knocking out one of the most witty defenders that's in boxing and the sport, one of the all-time greats when it comes to footwork and it comes to defense, and it just comes to and it just comes to being a student of the game. Like You just need to just remove them thoughts and knocking him out your fucking mind. Think about what you gonna do for 12 rounds and how you gonna box this nigga for 12 rounds. Because he know how he gonna box you, but how are you gonna box him for 12 rounds? Because that's what it's gonna boil down to with Femo. Truth Bone Jake, salute. Happy New Year's, my guy. Man, I'm telling you, bro, it boils down to, man, really, like, what, what are you gonna be planning for? What are you gonna be planning for? Like, what's your goal? Like, at the end of the day, and my whole thing is, like, for me, what I think a person, Carlos I says, yo, you gotta chill with your vids. I'm still cringing off that Dragonfly Jones shit. For real, y'all niggas want me to chill on how I do the videos, as I can chill, but I don't think y'all really want that though. Man, but for real though, the reason I be having the coat on like I'm about to jet out the house is I'm always in my basement for one. It be cold as fuck down here. I don't know if y'all know. Don't I don't know if y'all know what Maryland winters is like. Them shits is cold. And for two, you right. I do be jetting out my house a lot because I stay going out to my car to sit in my car and smoke weed and listen to the radio. Oh, Psalm 123 just found my channel. I'm glad you found the channel, man. Welcome to the mob. Salute. Keep tuning in. We got more shit on the way. You caught us at the right time. You caught us at a very good time in the two-hand show. When my creative fucking juices are absolutely flowing, my creativity is at an all-time high, and fucking my editing just keeps getting better by the minute. Shotgun Sandwich ENT says Loma does have incredible footwork. Him and Teofimo is going to be a great fight. 100%, man. My whole thing is this, man. Osam, it's going to be one of those type of fights where it's going to be legendary. You got the young gun going against, like the master chess player. You know what I mean? You got the young gun that's full of that's got all of the tools in the shed that, you know what I mean, that really can learn so much over the course of his career and could go down to be one of those all-time great fighters because Tiafimo is one of those guys that has an extremely high ceiling. So it's just gonna boil down to like, can Tiafimo stay poised, man? Because it's a lot of things that Lomachenko saw in his 397 win amateur career that Tiafimo ain't even saw. You know what I'm saying? Like in Loma's amateur career, there's shit that he saw in those 300 plus fighting, 300 plus wins in his amateur career that Tiafimo ain't even saw in his whole career. You know what I mean? So it's just like, man, it's a lot. It's a lot of things that, man, that Lomachenko it's a lot of tools Lomachenko has in his shed that necessarily that the other guy don't have. But the one thing Tiafimo does have on the side is power, youth, and he has the height advantage. So all I'm saying is, man, like, you got to trap him to where his footwork don't become a problem. Because like if I was him, I would kind of stay ranged at a distance. Because you know how Lomachenko had to double that jab up or triple that jab up to get inside Luke Campbell before he found his body, or that by the time he shot that triple jab out, he would end up finding his chin, then getting inside, working his combos and working his angles. I would wait for Lomachenko to shorten the distance for me. Wait till I can get him close to the ropes, try to turn him, trap him in them ropes, and then start doing my body work, going downstairs, and trying to just damage his fucking body. Because ultimately, if you want to slow the feet up, we already know what you got to do. And if you don't know, you got to go downstairs. You got to go downstairs, man. Tear that body up. You don't have to find a way to tear Loma's body up. This motherfucker said, man, y'all boys got to stop with that shit, man. This nigga said Leonard Ellaby is suffocating rooms with those big ass nostrils, and Tim W gonna come behind him and say Ellaby could snort up fucking Peru. Y'all motherfuckers is retarded, man. Come on, bruh. True Boy Jay says he could break Pablo Escobar one snap. Bruh. Y'all motherfuckers got me dying over here. I'm trying to talk boxing. Y'all niggas got me dying laughing. I guess I didn't help considering that I did just highlight a video, damn near half of the video, based off how that nigga nose is legendary as fuck, bro. His whole nose is something of legend, and I will not stop saying it. He has got the most legendary nose of anybody I've ever seen, bro. Like that shit. And my nose is big as fuck. but my shit like well put together big. His shit is just like big, big. Like, his shit ain't well put together big. His shit just big, big. I could sniff up half of a goddamn. I could sniff up probably like half of Maryland with my shit. His shit is just like for real. Like if he breathe wrong, he is fucking up your favorite cokehead's half of his supply. Like period. Like cokehead don't even know where they coke gone. That shit is missing every time that nigga breathe. Daniel Moreno, man, salute. Happy New Year's, brother. Figure it's New Year's, man. We can still give a little bit. See what we got here. I'll come back to it. Did you think Badu Jack got robbed in that fight? Oh, I'm glad you asked me that question. Absolutely not. I don't think Badu Jack got robbed because, to be perfectly honest, Badu Jack didn't win rounds, he didn't win round 1 through 6, man, and he got knocked down in the fourth. I don't know if people tend to forget that. And another thing is, I don't think people were really looking that closely towards the later, I don't think people watch what John Pascal does in his fights to sway the judges. Like that last 15 to 10 seconds of every round when you could swing it when you really don't know who to give the rounds to. John Pascal always turns it up and throws a whole bunch of combinations for that last 10 to 15 seconds to try to sway the judge's opinion on a swing round. So, he probably could have got a nod on some of those rounds that other people questioned just based off of his activity during the late rounds when you really didn't know who to give it to. And another thing would be like, there was a portion towards like the end of the 8th round or the 9th round where John Pascal caught Badu Jack with this overhand right. And when he hit him with that right, that nigga legs went. And he kind of like, he act like he wanted to fall, but the bell rung. So I don't know if people know it, but when you hear that bell ring or you hear any time like a alerted sound, like that shit will like straighten your body up. Like you'll alert to it. So as soon as he got caught with it and he heard that bell ring, it straightened his body back up. It was a devastating shock. So he got caught with some hot shit too. But I would have to say from like the 7th round and beyond, he turned it up and he did what he was supposed to have to do. So I would have to say, for it being 114 to 112, if they would have gave Badu Jack 114 to 112, I wouldn't have disputed it. If they would have gave both of those guys a draw, I wouldn't have disputed it. If they gave John Pascal to win 114, 112, I couldn't dispute it because I could see why you could give it 114, 112 to Jack, and I could see it why you could give it 114 and 112 to Pascal. It's kind of like that same shit with the Sergey Derevchenko fight. You know what I'm talking about? How people said Sergey Derevchenko got robbed, but you could see in a lot of those rounds where he was forcing Triple G to pick up his punch combinations and shit like that, and you didn't know how to swing those rounds either way, and people were saying that that wasn't technically a robbery. So I could really see how people could say that, it could go either way, because, that just shows, like, we all looking for different shit when we score in a fight. I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the more convincing punches. I'm looking for the more times you back up and go on your bicycle based on when you hurt and how much you back up off of a fighter. I'm looking for how much you didn't give up the center of the ring. And I'm basically looking at, what I'm saying, your respective work rate for real. How much you take your foot off the gas during rounds and how much you allow another guy to get in. Because this is one thing that I'm not a firm believer in. I'm not a firm believer in people taking off rounds. I don't feel as though if you up 3 rounds or something, you take off a round and then say you get knocked down 1 round, and that's a fucking 10-8 round. So then you taking off a round, you basically done gave up the fucking points lead you had earlier in the fight. So I'm just not a believer in that. Hell yeah, we want all the smoke, Daniel Moreno. You already know. That's all facts. We want all of the fucking smoke. We want all of the smoke. We turn the niggas to ashes. Shotgun Sandwich ENT says North Dakota winters are cold as shit too. He's like, I miss Vegas at times. Man, what? Man, shit, my whole family from over off on the West Coast, bro. Like, I'm so jealous of that California lifestyle. My first cousins be living on a regular basis, bro. Like, that shit be burning me up when I'm down here in the winter and shit like that. And my grandparents and them, they retreat and shit. and go out to California, go out to Los Angeles or Oceanside over, you know what I'm saying, right outside the skyline in San Diego for a fucking whole couple months and shit while they waiting for damn winter to end before they come back home. And I'm down here working and shit, freezing my ass off. Shit sucks. Respect, Rosado. Philly in the building. I'm gonna have to do something with Loma, bro. I don't know what it'll take. These motherfuckers just down here cracking jokes. Yeah, man, at the end of the day, Jack, you right, Shotgun. At the end of the day, Jack Prescott was a very gritty, very close fight. And, you know, like I said, I have no problem with it. And, hey, it make it better for us because we get a fucking rematch. So for all of the lackluster shit that the PBC got going on and they lackluster stable of fighters, we will get a good match out of that. We already know what's going on. Salute, Martin Ramos. Respect. Boom. What's good, my G? I ain't even know you was in the building, man. Gotta catch up with some of these fucking comments, my guy. I'm gonna fucking hit you up when I get up off this fucking live stream too. That's what I'm saying, Arlette. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that fight, like to me, I had it like I even predicted, like on Boone's live stream, that it was gonna be a split decision draw. But regardless, like I said, you know, it could have went 114 to 112 either way, but I would have been happy with it being a draw and them just running that shit back. Man, hell yeah, I'm California dreaming like shit. I've been California dreaming. Get me the fuck up out of this cold motherfucker. Shit, it's too damn cold, man. It's too fucking cold. And there ain't enough fucking shit to do to keep my fucking blood boiling. Huh, Pomona, California in the house. That's what's up. Salute. Yeah, definitely, bro. Like I said, man, from now on, like I'm gonna have them scheduled and shit before I do them. I'm only gonna be on here for like another 8 minutes. I'm gonna close it out on an hour exactly. But yeah, I'm fucking like every fucking, well, every night, 12 midnight Eastern time, I will be doing a live stream. So y'all definitely going, you know what I'm saying, catch me on that. And then I'm about doing a stream yard where I can bring y'all in and y'all can, you know what I'm saying, talk y'all shit on the panel too. And y'all could say what's up to me in the flesh or through the computer and all of that. And I'll have other people come on the panel and shit. And we'll do live boxing talks like the rest of the niggas do. So you already know. Yeah, Feminine Angry Dwarf, that was an amazing fucking year of boxing. We got a great year of boxing. So, as I tell people, thank fucking the zone, thank Top Rank, thank those guys for having the ability to work together to bring us the fight we got. The World Boxing Super Series, that shit was fucking good. I'm glad we got to end off two portions of that. But my thing is this: what's going on with the fucking light heavyweight? I mean, what's going on with the cruiserweight division in the World Boxing Super Series? Why isn't Marius Breedis and fucking Uranus Dorticos fought yet? What's going on with that shit? Hell yeah, bro. Palm trees and good weed. That's all right though, cause I gotta come out. I gotta come out to Cali in April anyway. So I'm gonna have some palm trees and good weed too. And I'm calling your motherfucking ass. I'm sliding to motherfucking Oakland, nigga, so you can take me to get some motherfucking tree, nigga. That's a motherfucking fact though. That's a motherfucking fact though. I can get that shit all day in motherfucking LA and motherfucking San Diego, nigga, but I'm coming up that shit to smoke, see what the fuck you smoking on, nigga, like shit. Niggas, my man, my cousin sent me a bunch of that motherfucking gelato. He sent me some gelato this year, well last year technically. Yeah, bro, happy New Year's, man. Yeah, I'm baked like shit. I'm baked like shit. Matter of fact, I done baked all the way up and done burnt it all the way out. I need to go get some more in the morning. Oh man, I bet. I bet you gotta pay out the ass in the UK to get that shit. But then at the same time too, shit, I bet y'all got some major gas over that way too. Man, shit. Man, my favorite batch was the Phantom cookies, bro. Like I was on that Phantom cookies, real motherfucker heavy, real heavy. and 19. That shit put you down. Like shit. And the Girl Scout cookies too. The Girl Scout cookies, that's my shit too. I bought the motherfucking shit, what was it? The motherfucking green crack. That shit was in. That shit was in heavy rotation. That shit was in heavy rotation in my bubbler. The green crack and and head cheese. Head cheese. I was fucking with the head cheese real heavy too. But yeah, all of that shit. All of that good shit. All of that good shit, man. So look, man, 2019, the best way we could wrap it up and say, man, Manny Pacquiao got to knock out a big mouth Keith Thurman and an Adrian Broner. So that was a good fucking year. Um, Naoya Nui reminded us why we was great. We got to watch Anthony Joshua face adversity, get knocked on the canvas 4 times to bounce back and regain his titles. We got to watch Andy Ruiz become the first Mexican American heavyweight champion of the fucking world, and then lose it all to his pantry and every fucking gushers and every fucking little Debbie snack he possibly could find. Um, we got to watch Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying, like basically lose to Sean Porter and become unified champion of the world, then get thrown through his Ferrari and shit, knocked out his damn socks and get made over with new teeth. So happy New Year's to him and all of that. We got to watch pretty much every PBC fighter at 147 tuck their tail between their legs for Bud Crawford, while Bud Crawford pretty much, knocked everybody out that he's fought at 147 this year. Um, yeah, Girl Scout cookies. Yeah. Girl Scout crack. It's real nice. Not believing this is just but it's a good effort. Hey, it might just be a cross between the both of them for real. That Ruiz must have been. Oh yeah, Ruiz definitely got 2019. I'm gonna do this shit more thought out next year. Like I'm gonna have a whole shit next year done up to where I'm like most shocking win, most shit best year 29, best year 2020, all of that shit, best heavyweight fight, best lightweight, all of that stuff, like best at, you know what I'm saying, at any given weight. We're gonna do all of that shit next year. I'm gonna do this shit more thought out. Yeah, he definitely lost the motherfucking, he definitely lost the belt to his pantry. And yeah, it's been a devastating year for PBC fighters, man. We got to watch Sergey Derevchenko, in my opinion, get robbed, which was a good thing. Honestly, if they was going to rob anybody, they should have robbed Sergey Derevchenko, because that belt did not need to go back over to the PBC. But because it wasn't like they was going to let him defend it back with a matchroom fighter any fucking way. So yeah, pretty much. But overall, man, got a great year. But we got to watch Josh Taylor become unified champion, and really we got to watch a real number one and number two go at it. So good for them. You know what I'm saying? PBC took Pacquiao on. He was shot. He was gonna make Thurman Spence look good. And they beat him and got his name on their resume. Bruh, yeah, I definitely feel sorry for Derevyanchenko because he fought his fucking heart out. He definitely should have won. It's just sad that we live in a fucking world of boxing where like people don't get recognized when they beat guys. They don't get the accolades they deserve. Just like Dennis Hogan when he beat Jaime Munguia, they didn't give him the belt either. They robbed him too. You know what I mean? There's always robberies in boxing because it pisses me off because like when you go through those grueling wars, it takes a lot out of you. But I'll be back tomorrow night. That's all I got for you guys. Happy New Year. As we always say when we close this shit out, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Happy New Year's to everybody from all your respective places. You know what it is. Boone, I'll call you in a minute.